All right, welcome to the video. My name's Steven. In this video, I'm going to be going over how to use Facebook to get ceramic coating leads. And I'm very excited to show this to you as soon as I can. There we go. So we're going to be talking about how to leverage Facebook for ceramic coating leads. If you like the content that I'm putting up on my page, I'm going to be putting up a lot more stuff about mobile detailing specifically as an industry and how to market for that industry. But I'm also going to be doing plenty of other things on entrepreneurship, self-improvement, maybe the gym. I don't know. Just whatever I feel like doing. Let's go ahead and get this show on the road because it is fucking late, bro. It's like 1 in the morning, bro. I'm ready to go to bed. But let's do this. So, what, who, why is the question that you need to be asking before you post ads. Let's make this very, very clear because I don't think you understand this. It's so important to understand who you're marketing to in your ads. And at some point in this video, we are going to go actually into Facebook Ads Manager, and I'm going to show you how to set up an ad and make an ad creative that people will pay attention to. But for now, let's get the basics out of the way. So let's move my face over here. Who are you advertising to, right? You need to know who you're advertising to. You might think you could just put an ad up that's, hey, this is my stuff, buy my stuff. Nobody wants to buy your stuff, bro. And that is kind of the simple way of putting it. But also, certain people will want their problem solved, and it's about finding those people to solve the problem for. So who are you advertising to? And here's my example. If your clients are mostly thrill-seeking, car enthusiastic 24-year-olds with sports cars, don't market to single moms with minivans, right? I think that's pretty self-explanatory, but the easiest way to do this is to look at your current client base and look for patterns in your clients. So what do your clients look like? And I've seen this before with my clients too. They're trying to market to a group of people who are maybe older men who are business owners, or they make a lot of money and they have luxury cars, when all their customers are young kids who are trying to get their car cleaned before they go on a date with some chick they met, right? So maybe it'd be a bit easier to market to them. Now, in this situation, I put this first tip on here is to market to people with luxury cars, and I'll explain how to do that later. But if your client base isn't people that have luxury cars, you need to go out and find those people and find what makes you different from everyone else. And my clients charge anywhere from $1,100 to $1,700 for ceramic coating services because they found people that can afford their service and people that understand the value of the quality of work that they're doing. Now, also, I will put this out there too. Most of my clients, we recommend that you do a paint correction and a decontamination wash before you get started with the ceramic coat. But say you don't do that, you can charge still $500-$600 and market to single moms who don't really have that much money and still get a bang for your buck. But if you want to get high-end luxury deals, which I can show you how to do, just click the link in the description. We're only accepting a couple applicants a month, but if you apply, we can help you do all this stuff for you. I still want to make this video to help you do this for yourself, because I'm not trying to sit on here and ask you to, oh, come join my thing and I want to provide you value. I want to help you out. So yeah, you can still charge those prices, $600, $700 for your service. But add more value to your customer, and the higher your price is, the more perceived value there is in that service. And also, whoever you're marketing to, you need to find people that can afford your service. And I'll show you how to do that later in the video with your ad copy. Here we go. What is very important? Pick one service when you are selling to your customers. And when I say pick one service, right now we're talking specifically ceramic coats, but say you want to do interior details or exterior details, window cleaning, whatever. Pick one service. I see this all the time, people trying to market everything, and that just doesn't work. I do interior detail, exterior detail, window tinting, all that. Like, pick one thing and get people to buy that thing, right? So don't try to sell 4 services at one time. And then in your ad copy and your creatives, don't talk about your service, talk about what your customers will get. And that goes with any industry bullshit. Anything that has to do specific kinds of coating, waxes, what cleaners you're using, what industry stuff. Save that, bro. Don't talk about that shit in your ad. Don't talk about the features, right? Don't talk about the process. Talk about the vacation. Talk about the reward. Talk about what they want. And here's a little quote that I have. I'm probably not the first person that said this, but I haven't heard anyone else say this. So this is kind of my thing that I say. Nobody wants to buy your shit. Everyone wants to solve their problem. Find a problem to solve and fucking solve it. The problem is their car is gross. They're sick of getting it cleaned. That's when you put the ceramic coat in. And another thing I'd like to add on there too, just think about it like this, right? I'm not buying your water because it's from some glacier in Iceland. I'm buying water because I'm thirsty. So think about that before you try to market your shit. All right. Why? So, why can your service help them? This one's the most important one. Why? Is it affordable? Is it fast? Is it easy? Is it better than the current condition? Right? Why is it like that? Why is it affordable? Why is it fast? Why is it easy? Ask yourself and your customer these questions. Ask people about your service before you try to market it. It's pretty fucking simple. And dive deep into it, right? If you come to an answer, ask yourself why about that answer. If you keep asking why to yourself and to your customers, you will learn more about what your fucking customers want. It's very, very simple. You need to understand your client's mind. Here's a great example. There's two types of people in this specific scenario that I'm talking about. We have Dominion-oriented people and affiliate-oriented people. Dominion-oriented people are trying to get to the top. And when you're looking at maybe yourself, especially as a detailer and someone who's a business owner, what do you usually want? You want to be over your competitors. You want to be the best in your friend group. You want to have more money. Like, why does anyone get into business in the first place? So let's be real. Maybe your opinion changes over time, but when you first get into business, it's because your current situation sucks. You want to get rich. You want to, show off your friends. You want to prove that one girl wrong. You want to fucking prove those people in high school wrong. You want to prove your family wrong, right? Like, there's a reason why you started in business, but it's in a Dominion mindset. That's kind of how we think as entrepreneurs most of the time, right? Whereas if you look at your customers aren't trying to be the best. Maybe that mom that you're marketing to just wants to get her car ceramic coated because everyone else has their car ceramic coated in her little friend group. And I'll tell you from experience, after being on plenty of ceramic coating calls, I will just tell you this right now. That's usually what people say. My friend had it done, so I want it done. Here's a great example. I was in this call with this lady who had a Mustang, and she was in a group on Facebook of Mustang owners, and they were talking about ceramic coats in the chat. And then she saw our Facebook ad for one of my clients, and then she booked an appointment. That's just because she wanted to feel affiliated with everyone else in the group. So pay attention to that when you're marketing. You need to know this because it helps you find out who wants to buy your shit. Very fucking simple. The more you ask questions, the more you can learn, the easier your time becomes as an entrepreneur. All right, so what's the best way to market ceramic coats? Google, Instagram, Facebook, SEO, websites, which one? The answer is all of them. And this is the target market pyramid. I have a video of this on my channel already. You can go check it out. I'll put a little tag up there. But this is the target market pyramid. It is a concept made by Sabri Subi, and he is the owner of King Kong, which is another marketing company based in Australia. And he has a book called Sell Like Crazy. I read that book. Really, really enjoyed it. It's free on his website. I'm not affiliated at all, but it's a good book anyway. So 3% of your market's buying right now. 17% is in information gathering mode. 20% is problem aware. 60% is not problem aware. And see, the 3% in buying now mode are on Google. They're searching you on Google. This is where Google ads come from. Information gathering, websites, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Problem aware, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Not aware, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, right? It's pretty fucking simple. So I went through a couple of, just basically explain what I just said on this page. But here we go. Here's some other tips that I have. Reviews also help your customers perceive the value of your service, right? If you have more reviews, people are more likely to click on your page. And again, if you'd like help getting more reviews, just click the link in the description below and I can kind of show you what we do for our current clients right now, just on a 30-minute strategy call. It is free if you're interested. So yeah, we can show you how you do reviews and get more reviews, because at the end of the day, if you have 300 reviews and your competitor has 20, you're going to smoke your competitor every fucking time. And then tip 3, TikTok helps potential clients see satisfying quality content of your work. Here's my example. You ever see those videos where it's like on the top half, it's like some comedian doing a stand-up show, and then on the bottom half, it's like some guy pressure washing a pool? Same thing, bro. Clean the cars, do interior details, right? Put a little watermark of your company in the corner of the video so people see who you are. And that's just another way you can help bring in some, get people's eye on your stuff, right? Or you don't even have to do that, right? You don't have to do like one of those videos where it's like, pay attention to my shit. You know, you can have a video of just you doing the thing. And then if it's satisfying enough and it's good enough and you're funny enough, people will watch it. People will watch your shit. So bottom line, you want customers to be familiar with who you are, right? That is so, so important. Yeah, Facebook ads are great, but if you don't have anyone following you on social media, you don't have any reviews, you don't have a website, you don't have any posts on your social media page, nobody's going to want to buy your stuff, period. So yeah. Again, in this video, we're going to be talking about Facebook ads. You can run a Facebook ad without having people following you. It's just a lot harder to get people in your pipeline without having some form of following or anyone interested in your stuff. They might have to run across your ad 3 or 4 times before they actually buy your thing, because they don't know you, like you, or trust you. It's pretty simple. That's why we do what we do, so we can get people to know and trust us. Important notes for successful ads. These are very, very important. If you haven't been writing this stuff down, you should write all this stuff down, because I wrote this shit down, so it's probably good enough for you to write down. Anyway, important notes for a successful ad. Your target audience in the ad, target your audience in the ad, not in the detailed targeting. I'll explain a little bit more about that when we go into Facebook, but that is very, very important. Do not target people in the detailed targeting based on interest, but you can target them from the ad, and I will show you how to do that. I actually don't have an ad creative set up for this video. I probably should have done that, but I'm not. I might even take you into some, like, I might take you to Canva and show you like just how it works, just to help you out. Avoid talking about industry buzzwords, right? I already talked about that. I'm not going to go more into detail of that. Don't talk about your cleaning supplies and all this and that crap. Nobody cares. Talk about what they want. Copy based around how good the company is. Copy, in case you don't know, is any words that are in your ads or anything you're showing to people. You could almost consider this PowerPoint copy, but this isn't a sales presentation. I'm just trying to provide value, but like you could call it copy. Copy is based around how good your company is a no-go. So if your website talks about, oh, we've been in business for 14 years and we're so good, look at us, or your Facebook ad says, oh, we've been in business for 10 years and we're family owned, nobody cares about that shit. Again, and this is you need to get this into your head. This is the bottom line topic here. Nobody wants to buy your shit. Everyone wants to solve their problem. And I will say that till the day I die. Because that's it, bro. Nobody wants to buy your crap. I don't know how else to make it easier, right? So, less than 20% of your ad creative should have copy on it. I think a couple of years ago, Facebook actually took this out, but you used to not be allowed to have more than 20% of copy on your creative. Your creative, by the way, if you don't know, is the picture or video that you put up on that people see, right? Facebook used to not let you put more than 20% of words on your creative. Now they allow it, but you still shouldn't do it. No one wants to read a bunch of crap. They just want to understand the point, get the point across. It's simple, right? Give them a price range. And I think I talked about this a little bit earlier, how to target your audience, right? Yeah. So here's how one way that you'll be able to target your audience in the ad is give a price range. Our ceramic coating service starts at, and you can even lower the price, right? Sometimes what we'll do is we'll say our ceramic coating price starts at $800, right? Now, sure, there might be a $300 price jump, but it's not too much of a surprise, right? And we can kind of explain it like, okay, well, you have an SUV and blah, 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 whatever, right? We can explain that. Yeah. And then calling out your audience in the copy. This is very, very important too. Attention luxury car owners in Dallas, Texas, right? So call out, and again, I said this, target your audience in the ad. Attention luxury car owners. Luxury is the key word here. Attention grabs their attention. And then it also niches down to who they are, right? You could even say something like attention single moms in Dallas, Texas. It calls out that exact person. You're speaking to them, right? And then only have one call to action. So don't put your website page on there and a phone number and then say call or text and then put I don't know, like your fax, whatever. Instagram, send me a message on Instagram, send me a DM, send me a text, bro. No, one thing. And I'm actually going to show you how to create a call to action in the Facebook ads if you've never used the Facebook ads platform. But yeah, I'm going to go into detail on that in just a second. So, and show you which ones are the best. So, how to write ad copy like a champ. This is the last slide. I know you're shaking in your boots right now, waiting for this because all this exciting crap that we're talking about. So here we are. The what, who, when framework. This is from Alex Hormozi. I couldn't find a picture online, so I had to take a picture from the actual book because nobody wants to fucking learn anything these days. Again, not affiliated, but $100 million leads. Great book. Oh, and I also, here's Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Suit. Look at all these little, it's a great book. I would recommend, these are two of my favorite books ever. But yeah, so I'm just going to kind of go through a breakdown of this because this is how I structure my ads. What, who, and when, right? So what you either want to talk about more, what they're going to be getting, or less, what they're not going to be getting if they don't get the thing. For example, do you want your car to look clean forever? Versus how would you feel if your car continued to stay dirty? I wouldn't say those are the best, but you understand what I'm talking about. You're selling, on the one hand, you're selling what good can happen, and then on the other hand, you're selling the bad that can happen. So think about that when you're writing your ad copy, right? How easy is it, or how hard their life will be if they don't get a ceramic coat? How slow things will be. In this case, maybe fast and slow doesn't really work because your car is still the same speed, but maybe you can sell how other companies do it slowly, but you do it quickly, right? Or how if they don't get their paint corrected and get a ceramic coat, how risky it is for them going forward to get their car in a worse condition, right? And you can do that with this side too, how likely they are to get the outcome that they desire, right? The who, this is very, very important. Do not get this confused. Who is the perceived, how these people will be perceived in the eyes of others, right? How will their friends feel or I mean, maybe themselves too, that works, but I like to use these more. So like, how will their family and friends feel, right? That girl will finally go on the date with you. Your wife will respect you more. Your friends will think that you got a brand new car when you didn't. Whatever. Your friends will ask you questions. How is your car so clean all the time? Think about this stuff when you're writing your ad copy. And then when, past, present, future, how it was in the past, how will it be in the future, and how is it now? In the past, your car was gross, but now it'll be better. In the present, your car is gross, but in the future, it'll be better. In the future, your car will be better than it is today. See, it's all just a little bit of different wording, but when you use these in your ad copy, it gets people's attention and it gets them more eager to buy. Also, for ceramic coating, I would say you need to have a pretty decent overview of what ceramic coating is, because people will ask, they'll be like, what's ceramic coating? I see it all the time on the calls. What ceramic coating? What ceramic coating? What ceramic coating? People are going to ask questions, and you don't want any of that when you're on the call. You need to have that in the ad creative. People need to ask these questions. People need to know in the ad creative. Or if it's not in the ad creative or copy, it's in your landing page if you have a funnel page that you're sending these clients to book appointments, right? And I think that is the end of the show here. All right, so now we're in Facebook. Here's a dud account that I'm pulling up. Well, actually, this is my personal, but I don't run ads on my personal account. I run ads on the business account. Anyway, so I'm going to show you just a quick rundown of how to create an ad campaign, just a little bit about how it works. And yeah, let's get into it. This is your ad manager, right? This is where you'll see all your ads. You click create. And then, yeah, Facebook will try to guide you a lot with like some of this crap. So like if you see any of these little things, just click these buttons and like do what they ask you to do. It's really not that hard. So here's your campaign objectives. I would say the best ones on here would be landing page views, like to a website or whatever. If you have a decent landing page, and I'm serious about this, if you have a good landing page that's written by a professional, not maybe your website, okay? Like if your website's kind of decent, you can throw it on there, but it's best to have a landing page, like a funnel page. That's always nice so people can see your work, they can see your reviews, they can see what you've done. And if the pages aren't too hectic and you have a proper booking site, that works. Don't send them to the website if you want them to call you. That's a no-go. The next best one is like Facebook Messenger, if they're sending you, a message asking for quotes and stuff like that. So that's another way. Another one that I really like, and honestly, I just feel like it's kind of slept on in mobile detailing, but leads, like lead forms. I like lead forms, but you have to call them after they submit the lead forms. And by the way, this is very important. If you're going to do lead forms, you need to call sub 5 minutes every time. So as soon as the lead comes in, you call them within 5 minutes. I switch these up however I'm feeling or however it works out with the client. We're looking at landing page views. Just make sure you have a decent website or you have a website. If you don't have a website, oh, I've already said it like 10 times. You can check out the link, whatever. So yeah, traffic. Here we go. Now we've started an ad campaign. You want to go ahead and name your campaign. So ceramic, I'm going to call it ceramic test. You don't need to worry about this because you're not a real estate agent or a politician. So buying type, we can kind of leave this alone. I'll make another video on reservation if you're interested. That's kind of a newer feature. But we have the campaign objection. There's really not much. There's really not much else you need to touch in here right now. You can add a spending limit, so check that out. Why is it not? Here we go. Yeah, you can add a spending limit. I'm not going to because I'm not going to post this ad. But yeah. So again, rename it, right? Website, traffic, whatever you want to name it. I'm kind of like BSing this just to kind of show you how this works. So yeah, we're sending them to the website. This estimated daily, well, I'll get to that in a second. Don't worry about cost per result because you probably don't know what you're doing. So we'll leave that alone. I usually like to maximize number of landing page views. So we'll do that. Daily budget, I'd say start at like $10 to $20. You don't want to go above that, especially to start off with. Just start off small, see how it goes. You can make adjustments as time goes on. This isn't something that's permanent. If you start small and you see some ads are working and you pay attention to analytics, which is very, very important, and I'll probably make another video on analytics as well. You need to pay attention to this stuff because it is so, so important. You can see where the bottlenecks are and then clear it up, and it just makes everything so much easier, and you just keep yourself organized. So start date is December 1st. Start it right now. One thing I recommend is to start it the next day, because if the ad gets started, say like right now, well, It's 12:54. I don't know why it says this, but say it is 10:52, and for whatever reason the ad finishes reviewing by 11 o'clock. So there's an hour window. Facebook will try to spend that $20 in that hour window. So don't let Facebook do that, because you're not going to be picking up and talking to these leads in an hour. So there's that. Very important. You're not budgeting to people in the United States. Sorry, you're not marketing to people in the United States. Pick wherever you live. In my case, I live in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. So I did that, and then you can check the surrounding areas and find other places to market to. So maybe, and of course you're a mobile detailer, you can go wherever the fuck you want to. So say I'm down to drive up to Nashville, right? Or maybe Franklin, right? Just throw a couple places on here in your area where you'd like to service at. This is a pretty broad range. I probably wouldn't go this far, but like, your company, you know how far you're willing to go. So go market in those areas, right? You want to do let's see, so custom audience. Again, I said, at least for the first one, don't create an audience that is based around certain demographics. Create an audience. Let Facebook create your audience. So basically, Facebook takes hundreds and thousands of data points off of your Facebook ad and then markets to people that would be interested in that thing. So if it says ceramic coats, they'll find people that are maybe interested in ceramic coats. If you try to do it from here, you're like, in my experience, it's just made everything 10 times worse, especially in mobile detailing. Like, you don't really have to worry about that, right? Like, everyone has a car, so your ad vets out those people, because your ad creative says it's starting at X, Y, and Z price and luxury car owners, right? So age, I like to go 25 and up, just because it's expensive. So all genders, yeah, and then we'll leave this alone. Now, that's all on the ad set level. This is the actual ad. So here we go. You can connect your Instagram account. You can connect your Facebook page. All right, so ad creative. This is where you do everything. This is where everyone's going to see your thing. So I'm just going to kind of come up with a primary text really quickly. All right, so I just wrote something kind of quick, but attention luxury car owners in Tennessee, getting a ceramic coat, make sure you got to pay attention to, like, when you're doing this stuff. Getting a ceramic coat ensures you never have to worry about cleaning your car. Again, our package starts at $7.99. My personal opinion, I think it should be a bit longer, and it needs to be a bit better. But here's just kind of an example of what I was talking about. Usually I'd spend a lot of time looking at this and looking at other people's ads. So here's my example. Facebook ad library. I also want to let you know something as well. You can take some people's ads and then put it in ChatGPT and ask it to make it better. So it's not like stealing or anything. I would, like, you can look at other people's stuff and don't steal their stuff. Just like make sure, see what they're offering and then try to change it your own way. Like, some of these ads aren't too bad. Also, I would recommend, let's see here. I would recommend putting on a filter for active ads only. And then at that point, you can scroll down and see what ads are active and see, how long they've been active for. So, like, for example, this one's been running for 2 weeks, right? So it's definitely probably doing pretty good if someone's been running the same ad for 2 weeks, assuming that the budget was relatively decent. But I mean, look at some of these ads, bro. Like, they're really just pictures of, like, before and afters, pictures of cars. Some of them are actually pretty nice in here. Like, there's some, there's some pretty nice ads in here, but like some videos of people.
Y in the shop today for a full front end paper protection film. plus our 5-year ceramic coating on the rest of the vehicle.
Kind of like you can just come check out some of this stuff, bro. I'd really look at this before you made your ad. But look, I mean, some of them just have pictures of the stuff that they did. That's not too bad. Obviously, videos perform better. So I would really do some research into that. But yeah, primary text here, a little headline. Maybe you just want to put your package on here. That's what I put. So how about this? Car transformation package, right? And then call to action, book now, right? You can change these around however you want to. I'd recommend. So I'll put a full video on this, and actually I have a full course. It's completely free. I'll put that in the description as well. But one of the videos in that course goes over like, in my opinion, how you need to post Facebook ads, how you need to do Facebook ads. I might actually upload it to YouTube at some point. But yeah, it's all about Facebook ads and the proper way to get it done. Now, if you're doing a website, you can put your website in here. And I'm not going to be going over installing a Facebook pixel in this video, but that is important. Facebook pixel basically shows you how to Facebook pixel basically shows Facebook where people are clicking on your website, how people are using your website, and then how to find people that are more qualified to go to your website, right? So that's why you need to install a Facebook pixel. And that's pretty much it for this. I mean, you don't really have to have a description. You could just right here where it says add media is where you would add your content. But again, I already showed you some of this stuff. You can kind of get some examples from here, see what other people are doing, and just try it out yourself. But yeah, it's going to take some trying and failing. You might, waste a little bit of money on. Honestly, I don't really like saying waste money because you're getting experience, and the more you learn about Facebook ads, the easier it becomes. But yeah, that's about it. One other thing I want to mention before we continue, or I guess before we finish the video, this estimated daily results and this audience right here, your audience size should be over 1 million people. Under that, it's not good. In my opinion, in my experience, it's just under 1 million people. It just doesn't really work out. You don't want to get too big on your audience, but yeah, there's that. And then also like landing page views and reach. These numbers, in my experience, have just been so wrong every time. So don't get too hung up on this stuff. If it says it's going to get 0, a lot of times I've noticed it does get 0. So you might have to change something on your ad. There was one other thing I wanted to talk about. It's like kind of impromptu, but I figured I would just show you like everything I know. There's one more thing. Oh, yes, audience. So in the audience, and I didn't talk about this, but custom audience. You don't have to worry about this right now, but as people watch your stuff and yeah, we created a lookalike audience with that. So yeah, I guess that's it. So thank you for watching. I hope that helped you out. If it did, leave a comment letting me know. Yeah, so I don't know what happened. Audio glitched out again. I'm still up editing this. It's like 3 in the morning now. But yeah, if you would like help, I've said it in the video already, check out the link in the description. You can book a demo. We can hop on a call together, see if we can run some of these strategies by you. We've used these for multiple different mobile detailing companies and helped them scale past 10K, 20K a month, and just help them bring in more ceramic coat jobs, because that's what you want as mobile detailers, high ticket jobs. I mean, who doesn't want high ticket jobs? So if you would like help with that, just book an appointment below. And again, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be posting more stuff like this, and have a wonderful day.